TV Kenya again, and today we're discussing the Finance Bill 2024. Uh, Wakenya Kenyans have rejected the finance bill. Most Kenyans have said no to the finance bill. Most of them are calling members of parliament. Wakenya wanapigia wabunge, wanapigia mpaka Rais Uhuru Kenyatta to tell them hawataki finance bill. But most Kenyans don't know hiyo finance bill ina nini, kuna nini, what is inside there, what the finance bill is entailing, and all those stuff. Now, uh, everybody is now talking about the finance bill. Everybody is like, you see, you shouldn't pass the finance bill. You shouldn't pass the finance bill because the finance bill is overtaxing us. The finance bill is doing this and that, and all those stuff, and one of the things that is making Kenyans reject the finance bill is because of the taxations, ushuru ambao umeongezwa kwa finance bill. Je, do you know what is inside the finance bill and what it entails? You have to remember that the finance bill 2024 was introduced to the National Assembly today. Further to early analysis, we have reviewed the current version of the finance bill, and we've also set out below the key proposed changes that are there. There's a motor vehicle tax in the finance bill. There's a motor vehicle tax. The motor vehicle tax, the bill is proposing that to introduce a tax known as motor vehicle tax at the rate of 2.5% of the value added tax. This tax will be payable at the time of issuance of insurance cover for motor vehicles. So, ukienda kuchukua insurance, you have to pay this tax 2.5% of hiyo pesa ambayo umenunulia gari and all those stuff. So you have to pay the motor vehicle tax. And tumeona watu wenye wana own magari, most of them wamekuwa wanalia sana, and you have to remember there's sometimes back when there's this lady who said that most people that use matatus are poor people. And yes, we use matatus, unaweza jijazia pale. So that is the motor vehicle tax. That is it. The other one is withholding tax on goods supplied to public entities. You see, the bill is proposing to introduce withholding tax on goods supplied to public entities by both resident persons and non-resident persons without a permanent establishment. The applicable withholding tax rate shall be 3% of the amount paid if the payment is to a resident person, and 5% if the payment is to a non-resident person. Una supply goods mahali popote, ukisha supply goods, ukilipwa unakata tax ya 3% ya hiyo pesa yenye umepata. Kama umepewa 100k, unalipa tax ya 3%. Una supply vitu mahali, ukilipwa hiyo pesa yako yenye umelipwa, hiyo 3% inatolewa. So tuseme umelipwa 50k, so 3% ya 50k itakuwa pesa ngapi? Unaweza jijazia and you will know. There's also taxation of income from operation of digital marketplace or platform and digital content monetization. So YouTubers, wale YouTubers ambao wana make pesa on social media, the bill is proposing that to tax the income of a resident or non-resident person who owns or operates a digital marketplace or platform, makes or facilitates payment in respect of digital content monetization, goods, property, or services. The tax will apply at the rate of 20% for non-residents and 5% for residents. So kama wewe ni YouTuber na unapata 10k kwa YouTube, watakuwa na kukata, let me say, wanakukata 5%. they take 5% from you. Na kama wewe ni tuseme wewe ni you are a Ugandan and you are doing content here in Kenya, utakuwa unalipa, you'll be paying 20%. You see, utakuwa unalipa 20%. And that is, you see, that is the problem. That's the problem, and that is why most Kenyans are crying and they're saying, no, this finance bill, it must fail. And tumeona, we've seen most Kenyans now wamepata numbers of politicians, numbers za Ruto, numbers za different politicians to tell them that wasipitishe finance bill. They shouldn't, pass the finance bill because it's becoming a burden to Kenyans. Another thing, inside the finance bill, now we're dealing with the taxes that are inside the taxes that are inside the finance bill. Now, another tax, repeal of provisions on digital service tax and introduction of significant economic presence tax. The bill is proposing that to repeal the provisions on digital service tax and introduce a tax known as significant economic presence tax at the rate of 30% of the deemed taxable profit. The tax will be accrued in Kenya through a business carried on over a digital marketplace. Yani they're just attacking social media. Those are some of the taxes. If I can just mention, minimum top-up tax on a certain resident entities that are members of multinational groups, contributions to certain medical funds and affordable housing levy to the tax deductible expenses, investment reduction on capital expenditure incurred on purchase. Everything is being taxed. You have to pay taxes on everything. You have to pay taxes on everything, whether you like it or not, lazima ulipe taxes. And that is what is happening, and that is why Kenyans are fighting. Kenyans are saying, no, this government must, the government should just reduce everything. Reduce, members of parliament wasipitishe hii proposed finance bill 2024. And the problem is most members of parliament will not show up, or they will not vote. And tumeona Junet Mohammed has said any member of the Azimio group that will not show up or that will vote against, or that will vote yes for the finance bill, watakuwa wanapata kichapo, watakuwa wanapata matatizo, watakuwa wanakuwa disciplined. Those are some of the things that are trending right now. And we also saw that today the treasury man just read the finance bill, submitting it. Now it is going to the parliament, and the parliamentarians are going to vote yes or no to the finance bill. And we've seen most Kenyans are saying no to the finance bill, but the president of this country is saying that they have to vote for the finance bill so that every Kenyan can get the services. And you see, but most Kenyans, most hustlers are saying, if you vote for the finance bill, we are coming for you. And we will vote you out. Now we won't even allow you to come and address us. So that's, the finance bill iko na mambo mingi, and that is the reason as to why it's trending and people are fighting left, right and center. For now, keep subscribing.